look at that ring. Look at that ring light. You got shout out to Neil.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, what's up? People? This is Parlay with us, man.
What's going on, man?
What's going on, man? Family, I was late to the dial, man. I apologize about that, but we on here, man. What's going on, man?
We was about to put you behind the milk carton, man.
Yeah, I was gonna put me on exile, but before we do that, let me hit it.
Yeah, God, to make moves. Doobie don't snooze. It's on your back, cause they hate you. Dog break through, son get through.
What's good, people? What's good? It's Parlay with us,
man?
Mr. Beans, Stony Cook, Sean Doe, Hustle Stacks. What's the deal, y'all?
What's the word? Good, man. How's everybody, man?
Good. See, yo, hey, yo, AT, I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
We got to get Doe on so he don't look like the 2K face. You know how 2K, the creative player, got the black face at first.
Yeah.
We gotta put you on, though.
Sean, they trying to put you on blast there, Sean. What's up with that, man?
Nah, man, you know I'm on that Dark Knight flavor, fam. You already know.
Yeah, you know, everybody got their own style, man.
As long as you can hear me, bro. As long as you can hear me. This ain't ESPN. This ain't Fox 1.
Yo, you sound good and you look good.
That's all
that matters. And T, I love that ring light, bro.
Yeah. Shout out to Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean's the technical advice.
Now, T, you sound a little shaky, your audio, fam. I don't know. You look good, but you sound shaky, bro.
You can't. I give you one. I can't give you both. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I wish I was sitting in the studio like Beans and Stoney. They
No. You coming. I told you what to do. I told you I sent you that link for that mic.
Yo, Mr. Beans put me on too. Because when I started, I was looking like Sean, man. You know, the same way. That's how I started. I was close.
I had to be mysterious though. No, I gotta home office, fellas. I gotta be mysterious though.
Yo, I was looking just like you when I started. I was looking just like you. Trust me, it's gonna change. But I had to, you know, Mr. Beans put me on. He said, "Yo, you gotta get this. You gotta get that."
Yo, I did the research before we were putting this together. I was doing the research as I was buying stuff. Like, yo, listen, I put this together before we even like thought of anything, and I was like, yo, I want to get a hobby to do something, right? And I love sports and things like that. So it was like, yo, let me put this little room together. You know what I mean? I told Stoney about it. He came and checked it out, and I was like, yo, what you think? Let's drop a podcast.
Right.
And boom, bam, boom. You know what I mean? And now
we
got
you. Look fire though with the brick in the back, fam. That
look
like
the white brick on the side.
Yo, that did. I can't front. That do look really fire. But see, we all from Roxbury here, so we have to have a little like gangster shit. I mean,
you could keep it. Yo, this
we have to have a little gangster, with the the trap house chair behind me. You feel what I'm saying?
Yo, but I'm glad you said that though. Let everybody know. Yo, we all grew up together. This ain't just a show where we just met at the damn bodega and we decided to do the show. Like shout out to Mr. Bean. Mr. Beans put this cast together. It's all him. You know what I mean? So yo, we all grew up together like.
And I got that Stony Crook story later. I know Stony probably don't remember it, but
that's gonna be part of Agenda Free.
It's all love, fam.
No, Agenda Free. Agenda Free segment.
Hold on, let me see. I always gotta remember to jump into the chat.
It's a dope story though. It's actually real fire, bro. For real.
You know Carlos Rodriguez, because he said, I'm gonna put this up there. I'm gonna just put it up there.
So That's my man. That's my man. He lived down here. He's from Worcester. He lived down here.
Oh, okay. What up, Carlos, man? Thanks for joining in. Another family member here on the Parlay with us. Thanks for joining in as someone who's listening on our podcast, watching and stuff like that. We appreciate it, bro. Trust me, we appreciate it.
Another Pats fan. Another
Pat. Another 617. You know what I mean? Another area code. But yo, I love it, man. I love it. Yo, thanks, Carlos, for coming through, man. Thanks for watching. So yeah, guys, man, let me drop the title for us this week. The title looks like, okay, here we go. We got 49ers versus the Giants Thursday night football, which is tonight later on. Yes. NFL Week 3 preview, some picks for you guys, and we always got an agenda that's something we could just drop off the top of our dome. But yeah, man, let's start it out, man. Who wants to get it started? We're gonna start with the Giants 49ers tonight. This is going to be a good game. I don't know what the Giants really got to like bring to the table as far as offensively, but they got their work cut out for them with this 49ers team. I could see what T's talking about with this 49, what Stacks is talking about with this 49ers team, and this team might be one of them sleeper joints where people wasn't paying attention, because of the quarterback situation. But yeah, let's go with that. Let's start with that.
Yeah, I mean, well, the Giants are missing Saquon Barkley, so they're already off to a bad start. But man, I'm looking at this game and it's like, man, I don't know what angle to attack it. But
massacre.
I mean, that's what they're saying. So then if you think so, then you gotta take that 10.5 because that's the
that's the spread on that. So that's the line on that game. 10.5. Wow, that's craziness. I haven't even jumped on anything yet, man. I've been so busy. But yo, that's a crazy number. So the 49ers got them by 10.5.
10.5. Yeah, the 49ers been playing good, man. They're at home. The Giants been playing horrible. They're missing Saquon, and it might be a massacre, but I'm not gonna bet that. Like that number is a little too hefty for me. I'm looking at the first half under under 22.5. That's what I'm looking at right now.
That's nice. I did
the first half under 22.5.
22.5. Yeah, I'm thinking it's gonna be one of those. They're gonna. Well, the Giants are gonna have to control the clock because they want to keep the ball out of Purdy's hands. Try to control the game. They're on the road. They're missing the offensive weapon. So I think they're gonna try to just run the clock, control the game, and the 49ers too. I don't think they're gonna be throwing it like that either. So I think it might be a low scoring first half, and that's the only thing I feel good doing. Everything else is just a little too much for me. Right.
Yeah, I think it's a blowout. I think they get I just think they get a heavy dose of McCaffrey and Debo tonight especially with no Ayuk. I think Ayuk's out. I think.
Yeah, Ayuk's out.
He's out.
Yeah, so I think
another
fantasy guy. If you got Debo, start him tonight because I think he's gonna have a lot of touches.
And if you got Ayuk, take him out your lineup because a lot of people probably didn't take him out their lineup yet because he got a questionable.
Thanks, guys, for dropping that fantasy. Someone asked me today. I think someone was asking me at work. Do we talk about fan? Actually, one of my people's at work. They were saying, "Hey, I was telling them about the podcast, and it was like, oh, you guys talk about fantasy? Y'all talk about that type of stuff, because I guess." They're in, there's people who's obviously interested in the fantasy thing.
We cover all that.
Let's cover it. I didn't join no fantasy league this year due to my friggin' busy ass schedule, but I have in the past. But hey, if you guys got that fantasy knowledge and that type of stuff, drop that, man, because we got people who want to hear some of that fantasy stuff too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right. Oh, another player prop that's worth looking into is Kerry Kittle. Kerry Kittle's receiving yardage, which is over, it's at 44.5 right now.
George Kittle.
I would consider that.
George Kittle.
What did I just say?
I thought my man from Villanova was playing tight end for me.
I said Kerry Kittle?
Yeah, you said
Kerry Kittle. He was nice. I actually seen him play at the Boston Shootouts. He was nice in high school.
Not bad.
I'm surprised you remember that one, Stoney.
He was on my mind. I mean, Kittle, but yeah, George Kittle. I should have just said Kittle.
Yeah.
But George Kittle over 44.5. That's worth looking at. Like you guys said, Ayuk's out, so That's Purdy's man is cut from his own, and Giants they give up a lot of yards to tight ends like they did in Arizona. The Arizona tight end he had over I think 80 yards receiving yards when the Giants last week when they came back and beat them. So
are we doing those little prop?
I mean, I'll throw it in if I see something good. I'll throw it in. I'm not really.
I actually have a few.
Go ahead.
But go ahead. That's what I'm saying. We throwing everything.
I've been doing well on these. I mean, it's still gambling, but I've been actually doing well. So tonight I picked up. I did a four pick prop plus 485. It's Brock Purdy, his alternate passing yard 25. I had Brock Purdy throwing for over touchdowns. Him over 19.5 completions and Daniel Jones over 19.5 completions. Daniel Jones is going to have to throw the ball because he doesn't have Saquon. Even if they dink and dunk, Purdy's going to probably try to run the ball. I think you might be right, though. That might be a little bit of a because I think they might try to run the ball with Mitchell and McCaffrey, but I still think they might air it out. So
I think if they do throw it, got to be short and immediate because that offensive line is terrible. And I think you could be right on them short. He might get 19 because
that's what I'm saying. Because he's gonna throw those short little dink and dunks.
Yeah. Because Bosa and the boys are coming, man. Because that offensive line of his is banged up. It's banged up.
Yeah,
real banged up.
It is.
This might be one of those games where like Daniel Jones, they got going through the air last week. Even with Barkley in the game, even when he was healthy, I mean,
that second half.
Yeah,
so
you
think they could?
That was against Brock and High, though.
No, I understand.
Yeah, it was. But you think they could keep that going though? Like
no, but if I know it's early in the year, right? Could we all admit that we thought the Giants would start better this year? I'm not saying they were gonna win.
Yeah, I did.
Did you think they were gonna be better?
I did.
I see.
I believe in their coaching. That's why, T. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I could agree with that, though. They got a good coach. Like I said, I really don't see them having a winning record because of their schedule this year.
Right.
So they start if they lose this game tonight. I definitely double down on that.
But I meant more. Let me clarify. I meant more as a unit, as an offensive unit. I was surprised by them last year, but I wasn't after knowing what Dable's done in Alabama, New England, Buffalo, and I felt they would build on that this year. So I know it's still early, but I was actually surprised that what happened in but the NFL is kind of, man, it's a long season.
It is very long season.
But I know that it was against Arizona, but it's like NFL sport where you could carry that momentum from a game from a half to another game. It seems like maybe I don't have the numbers for that, you know what I'm saying? But teams carry this winning streaks to the next year in football, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think they could. I think it might. I'm still not giving up on them on their offense. Is what I'm trying to say. Even without Barkley.
Yeah, that's why I'm staying away from that 10.5. That's why I don't know. I can't play that number. I mean, the consensus is 49ers are going to thrash them.
And I don't mean they're going to win though, Stoney. I don't think they're going to win tonight, but I don't think it's
yeah, exactly. I don't think they're going to win either, man. I would have taken them on. I would have taken them on my survivor pick, but
I just think
too early.
He's one of my top 5 not sold on list in Daniel Jones.
I can dig it.
You got to think about this. This dude is only thrown for 15 touchdowns. That's his highest one in the year. That's not great. You give him $200 million. Yeah, I don't know, son. I just don't. I'm not so. I'm like I agree with you, though. I'm sold on Dabo, but I'm just not sold on Daniel Jones.
Because the NFL is all about coaching. It's all about you could take a bet. I'm not gonna say Brock Purdy. I don't know about him. I didn't hear about him in college, to be fair, But if he ended up in Carolina last year with the system and the coaching, or not even last year, this year, he wouldn't be. He ended up in the perfect position. I'm not saying Daboll's on the level of Shanahan, but Daboll put in. He's been a great game plan quarterback developing developing. You could give him credit for Josh Allen, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Before he got there, Josh Allen wasn't Josh Allen.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying Daniel Jones is Josh Allen, but I just think he could take a mediocre to average quarterback and make him a serviceable quarterback to put you in the playoff hunt and keep you in games.
Yeah. I just don't. I just can't do.
But I hear you though. I'm not. I feel you though.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here and tell you.
I think
that Jones, in my opinion, is what he is. But I'm just saying that coaching in the NFL means so much, fellas.
Yeah, it means a lot. Look what Vrabel did in Tennessee.
Yeah,
look what he did to that coach over there.
Right.
That's perfect example right there. Because before Vrabel, man, they were horrible. They wasn't really.
They had no identity.
And then they took Tannehill. That was a throwaway for the Dolphins, and they get Henry, and then they got that. They worked on the defense. It was a little process, but man, they believed in, and they made a lot of drives. They thrived.
He made Tannehill a serviceable guy that could get you in the playoffs,
and he got paid. He got paid too.
I think the turnaround with that Tennessee situation was Vrabel came and got that defense going, but at the end of the day, them years they was winning, Derrick Henry was a monster.
Yeah, he was a
monster.
Right. He was a monster.
All Tannehill had to do with Derrick Henry back is just don't turn the rock over. That's all he had to do.
But Tannehill would make throws when he needed to. He would.
He killed us.
That's because
he killed us.
Was in that backfield.
He killed us.
Yeah, they kept us honest. No, they was keeping us honest.
No, that was all Derrick Henry.
That was all Derrick Henry.
That bus for sure, but Tannehill still made some crazy throws where you were like, damn, he did that to or them, or
I just think those throws are easier when it's one-on-one man coverage and he doesn't have to read because everybody's so worried about Derrick. The box is packed that if it's one-on-one man coverage, and he was throwing to AJ Brown, so you got to remember that. Yeah, he was throwing to AJ. So I think that those was a little bit easier for him when it's one-on-one coverage when he doesn't really have to read the field. Because when Derrick Henry was having those monster years, it was just straight up because you had to play it straight up. Because if he got past that line, he was gone.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point.
So guys, so let's keep it moving on. So let's So basically, I'm just asking you guys this question. There's four of us. So, what you guys picks for tonight's game? Who got who? It could be to win it, or whatever y'all got. What's as far as tonight's game? This Thursday night's game against the 49ers. I got the 49ers really winning the game. Is not. I didn't put no money on nothing. It's just that's just me off top of my head. I just think 49ers is gonna win this game.
You like them on spread or straight? I mean, straight up. That's easy. But do you think
I mean,
that 10.5?
I think I'm willing to go on 2 touchdowns with it. So
that's not a bad bet. That's not a bad bet.
I'm willing to go 2 touchdowns.
I'll give it a double.
2 touchdowns.
I like that.
Mr. Beans, they lost 40 to donut in the first game. Against Dallas defense. Dallas and San Fran defense very similar.
Okay.
I will go. I like that team.
Yeah,
I agree with you, T. And I'll go light.
You're right.
But my play is gonna be the under 22.5. I mean, it went down to 21 now, so I still played it, but I went with the under 21.5. You know, I think it's gonna be a low scoring game in the first half, and I'll live bet it at halftime. I'll see what it's looking like, and then I'll see what I do then. But I like the under 21.5.
Shout out to Dodo because that momentum is something else, and if they could bring that momentum to that game against the 49ers and keep it close, they could do that.
I'm scared of that backdoor cover. The 49ers up by what? Like say they up by I don't know, they up by 17. And then the Giants, they do that a lot. They come back, score a touchdown, and bam, they go your 10.5. And that's what I'm afraid of. But
right. I did DraftKings has a beautiful thing. It's called Up Early Lead. And Giants was getting plus 400. So if they lead by any time during the game by 7, you could cash out on that, and it's plus 400. So you could put a quick little. I did that little. I'm not gonna disclose how much I put. I put a little bit on that, but
that's a good angle. That's what it is. You're trying to find that angle.
Right? To me, these are these games, and this Thursday night. That's another thing we're gonna look into and talk about. Is Thursday night games are crazy, bro. Like there's crazy. No rhyme or reason to it. There's no. The only sure thing for me is McCaffrey's gonna score, or he's gonna do what McCaffrey does. Other than that, I can't tell you anything about this game.
Yeah, I don't think
the Giants are gonna win, but I don't see them getting blown out on both sides of my mouth. But it's like then you could see them getting blown out. It's just one of night games are so crazy, bro. Like they just short weeks and momentum, and the Giants stayed on the West Coast because they was in Arizona. They just flew to California, I heard, and practiced there. So it's just, I don't know. But you could do these little things like the halftime bets, the unders 22. You could do the up early 7 and be okay with that because you don't have to. The Giants don't have to win; they just have to be up by 7 at any point in the game. Cash out on that real quick. So, I don't want to cop out, but I didn't pick a winner for this. And I'm not picking the spread either. It's too crazy. Like
it's too crazy.
Right.
Spooky. I mean, I'll play it live and see what the vibe is looking like. But right now, that's what I'm doing right now. I like T's pick too. I like the 10.5. I like the 10.5. But I would play it light. I would play it light.
You did a player prop?
Yeah, I did a player prop.
Yeah. I mean, get in on it. It's football season.
Yeah.
Listen, we next thing you know, it's gonna be week 15. We're gonna be tight. I did. You ain't gonna see. My girl be like, get out the. I don't even get out the chair. She knows not even to ask me to do nothing on a Sunday, fam. I'm on it.
Right. Yeah. So that's So let's move. Let's clock it forward. Where we at? We at the NFL week 3. So week 3, man. Hey, man, let's week 3. Obviously, this is week 3. So I know what you guys want to start with. Patriots, Jets, right? So that's what y'all want to start with. You know, the elephant in the room. So this is a big game. We said last week was a big game.
Astronomical big.
You know what I mean? Last week was the big game. Remember, I had this conversation with you guys already. Right?
Yeah,
and y'all said the game was more important. Look who the game ended up being really important for, though. Miami. Winning that game against the Patriots was important for Miami.
Yeah,
you know. So, I think Stoney had to take a little break. But that game was important. So today, I mean, this week's game, boy, I don't know. Listen, if they go down to New York and pull a goofball shit or whatever happens. Now I know y'all probably saying, they're gonna go there and win. They'll take care.
I ain't saying that shit.
Because no. Y'all say I think the consensus is that fans will say that based on the fact that this kid Wilson looks horrible. And 2, the dynamic changed for the Jets. It changed. Now the only dynamic they might still have going for them. I watched that game. Who did they play last week again?
Dallas.
Listen. They defense looked holy, looked suspect.
Yeah, it did.
Right? Even with Sauce all over, trying to be on top of the best receivers and stuff like that. The Sauce was all over the field in that game. But they defense, obviously, right, looks suspect.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, not to say that we could scorch it, like they might come out and feel the way about last week and try to bring it to us. You know what I mean? The way I'm hearing that our team is responding as far as the media, how you want to say, the media coverage that these guys been given since the game ended last week. And everybody's not too. Obviously, there is no one happy in the locker room, but I think they're questioning some stuff there. They're questioning a lot, offensive scheming, play. Offensive scheme. You know what I mean? The scheme, the bubble screens, and how many bubbles and how many. It's it just the offense to me doesn't look sufficient.
Let me tell you what.
We're gonna go. Oh, yeah, everybody. Y'all gonna say offensive line is an issue?
We don't have playmakers.
Mr. B,
we don't got playmakers.
The line looks like no playmakers. I mean,
it looks like a college offense.
It looks like it looks like a college offense.
It looks like
exactly
a college
what it looks
offense. Like. Yeah. So that's what's kind of like, pressing for me about this week's game against the Jets. Wilson's trash, but who knows what might happen? Maybe their defense might come out and smack us up and win.
I think the team is broken.
Maybe low scoring game.
You know what I mean? I really want to see how the Patriots going to respond. So that's game number 1 for the week. That's my word for this week. How are the Patriots going to respond? How are they going to respond this week? That's the major. That's the key this week, man. Like if they can't respond, man, like this dude don't look confident. I'm sorry. That dude Mac, and I know y'all keep saying, damn, Neil, you be smacking Mac. But you know what I mean? Like, I gotta smack him. Like, the dude don't look like listen, we're watching other quarterbacks in this league, bro. Look better than Mac. Why is Mac why is he like number 30?
I'm not a big Mac fan. To be fair, though, he got no protection. He got no protection. And I'm not a fan of him.
Protection. You give him time, I think he'll. I mean, I seen the potential. I mean, he hit a hot stretch.
He gets no time.
But on that being said,
last week.
He ain't no dog, man.
I'm agree with Mr. B. If you go back and look at the film, like I always watch the game again, he missed a lot of deep balls.
Yeah, for sure. That's not his game, though. We know that.
But if it's there, he gotta take it.
If it's there, you gotta take it.
You gotta take it. You gotta take it. And if you look at some of those passes, they were open.
You gotta
hit those.
Yo, I think he thinks 2 times.
You gotta hit that pass.
This dude thinks like 2-3 times before he. Not to compare no Brady. I can say forget it. Fuck Brady. I ain't comparing with Brady. Just look at another quarterback. The way they get the ball out, man. Just watch, man. Like the way they get the ball out. Look how some of these other dudes get the ball out.
And like Doe says,
I'm talking about proficient, like actual decision making. This dude's thinking 3 times before he throw the ball.
And I agree. I think the only two. If you look at the two, like Doe says, I'm gonna go back. Doe said it right. If you look at the 2 quarterbacks that are struggling in that draft, it was Fields and Mac, and neither one of them have no weapons. Well, Fields has some weapons more.
I think he has more weapons than.
Yeah, I think he has more than Mac, but he's still
and younger.
But it's still nobody. It's still nobody when you line up like I ain't scared of this dude.
Right,
you know
right.
what I'm saying?
So,
like the corner's waving the safety off like yo, I got him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like go over there.
So what you guys are trying? What you guys are saying is that we don't have receivers that can gain separation. Then,
nope.
Exactly.
Yeah,
we got a washed up Juju Smith-Schuster. We got to wash up with Devontae Parker.
Yeah.
Our best guy is Kedrick Bourne, and he's a slot guy. He's not really that guy you want to put everything on his shoulders. He's not that type of guy. He's a complimentary guy. And you know, it's just we don't have that talent. And then Hunter Henry, man, I had more hopes. Even though he didn't work out, I thought Jonnu Smith was gonna be more of that guy that I was looking for.
You said, yeah, you did say
Jonnu Smith. That man, I'm so disappointed in that pickup because I thought he was gonna be that guy. He's young. He can move. He's like a receiver and a tight end body.
And I see.
And it's
so
like, man, what happened? They didn't use him right.
He had good years in Tennessee.
Good years. Yeah,
that's why they got him. That's why
Henry's more of a possession tight end, more of a blocking tight end. You know, he'll catch, but he's not the guy you want to be going to when you're trying to like come back in a 2-minute drill. You know,
right?
Yeah. So yeah, we just need more talent, man. You know,
yeah, more talent. We need
to draft better.
I always say it,
we need to draft better, man.
It's a shame because I'm looking up online now. The Patriots are worth.
We need to draft better.
$7 billion. $7 billion. Number 2 most profitable franchise in NFL, and we are spending in the 20s, the low 20s cash spending. That's your problem. You ain't buying them. You're not drafting well, and you're not getting the right. You're not buying. You're not spending no money on the right.
Signing a free agent like a cornerstone. Drop that money.
They're doing what the Red Sox are doing. They're signing these washed up.
That's gonna end though. That's gonna stop.
But
it has to, man. This is ridiculous, fellas.
Seriously, so y'all are right. Like me and Mr. Bean said, do guys want to come here though and play for Bill?
There you go.
Yeah,
that's a good question.
And number 2, I mean, I know there is an intrigue of playing in New England. I know there's a lot of players that loves to, just based on the history and the nostalgia of playing in Foxborough. There are players that will love.
No, they'll pay. If you pay them the money, they're gonna come.
But they're gonna come. But free agency is a different situation.
You pay them the money, they'll show up.
But then some guys like, oh, I want to be in LA where the weather is nice, and I want to be in Florida. I got multiple teams in Florida. I got teams down in the South. We got teams out in the West. They rather before they come this. I mean, I just see it for what it is. They don't like coming to the Northeast, the cold. Then when they hear Boston, especially the black players from the South, they hear Boston and they think, oh man, that's a racist town, and they don't want to come deal that. You know what I mean?
Football's a little different. It ain't like the NBA. Football's a little different because there's only so many slots, bro. Like that's not. You could have got Hopkins. It don't. I hear what you're saying, bro. It ain't basketball. That's basketball more than football. Football. Right. You pay them because in football it's harder to get paid in football. You give them a guaranteed money.
Yeah, you're right. You hit it right.
You're right. Sean hit the nail right in the head.
It ain't the NBA
to get paid.
But you also and another thing is don't think because them guys we see the money, but that state tax shit does weigh in.
There you go. That's all. There you go.
Yeah, that does weigh in.
That weigh in. That do weigh in.
Give him more guaranteed money. Give him more guaranteed. There's only so many slots in the NFL, fam. You have to take when the Patriots went on that splurge. Jonnu Smith came, Henry came. Who else? The Aguilar came. He didn't want to come here, but they gave him $9 million.
That's true. I think.
But they overpaid that dude.
That's what I'm saying to you. You have to do what you had to do, but you overpay the right players.
That's they took the words out of my mouth. You got to
overpay the right players.
You got to overpay the right ones.
And that's exactly. and that comes with that comes with picking the groceries. So let's move on, guys. So. All right, we jumped on. We said we know that the Patriots-Jets game is a very important game for us this week. But I'm going to just run down some games that's coming out this week. We got Tennessee at Cleveland. You guys, I think you guys got good confidence in Tennessee, right? Cleveland's looking kind of disarray. They lost Chubb, devastating injury.
I don't like how Watson looks. I don't
and Watson looks.
I'm with you.
He looks kind of. No. But listen. He can still throw the ball. He just don't look.
He don't look like.
No, he's off. T, did they guarantee him that whole contract?
Yeah.
The whole time, most of it's guaranteed. I think 90% of it's guaranteed.
Yo, he's the highest paid player in the league. If I'm Cleveland, I'm somewhere really nervous, man. My palms are sweaty.
We'll see, though.
I'm sweating.
I'm not.
He's not playing well. He's not playing well.
But I'm telling you guys, I'm not throwing them to the dogs yet. So yeah, let's keep it on. We have Chargers at Vikings. I don't know too much about that. There's those two guys.
I take the Chargers. The Vikings defense is horrible.
Okay,
that's gonna be a shootout. Take the over.
Yeah, I agree.
There you go. I agree. Take the over.
I agree.
We got Buffalo at the Commanders.
I'm taking Washington with the points. That's one of my best bets.
Okay.
Yo, Stony, I'm gonna ride with you on that one. You heard us, right?
I like that. That's a double light.
I just like the way they playing right now.
That's a double light.
Hey, shot dope. The enemy got them guys playing over there, man.
Yo,
got them playing.
I told y'all.
Got them playing.
So you guys are saying y'all like Washington on that one.
I like
plus 6.5. Plus
down,
6.5.
Plus 6.5.
I see that right there.
Yup, with the points.
Down 17.
That's gonna be tight.
To a decent Denver defense. It came back and won that game.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. All right. Houston Jags. Let's move it. Houston Jags. What do y'all think? Jags redeeming themselves?
Yeah, they got to.
It's Houston. Yeah. It's Houston.
But I'm not taking those points,
though. Sorry about that. Indianapolis Colts, Baltimore Ravens. Now,
Ravens.
Of course. But did y'all see how this kid Richardson played?
He's out though, I think.
He's out now?
He got hurt. Concussion.
No, he's concussion protocol. They didn't rule him out yet, but he's in protocol.
I'm sorry.
They didn't rule him out, but he's in protocol.
Okay. I thought he was out. I'm bad.
He looked pretty exciting. I saw some previews.
No, he looks good. I like his little dual threat.
Yeah, he's a dual threat. I like that. I like what he was bringing to the table. If they could coach him up, they can be dangerous.
I ain't gonna lie. Minshew is a capable backup to steal a game, though.
Minshew? Minshew, capable.
Yeah,
I'm sure if Minshew was here right now, I think Mac would be sweating. But let's keep it moving.
Well said.
I'm trying to tell you, if Minshew is that the dude with the mustache, if he was here as a backup, not even, he could be sitting on the bench right now with his legs crossed, and I bet you Mac will be looking behind his shoulder every 2 minutes.
Yeah,
let's keep it moving. Good game. Atlanta at Detroit. Right? What do y'all think? Detroit. I'm hot on Detroit.
I'm leaning on Atlanta.
You lean on Atlanta?
That dude Ritter. I just picked him up on my fantasy.
Oh yeah, Ritter. I saw some
free
plays
agency.
On Ritter. He moves in the pocket. Yeah. He moves around. He gets out. He had some exciting plays. I saw that. Yeah.
And that two back set they have is kind of crazy. Too.
Nice. Bijan Robinson is
feeling right
now. Oh, they got Bijan. Okay.
Beast.
Yeah.
He went early when I did the fantasy draft. He went early, surprisingly.
Okay. Saints Green Bay.
With
Green Bay.
I'd say Green Bay because
Saints is at
Green Bay.
Yeah, at Green Bay at home. I agree.
Now, actually, I have a question. I haven't paid attention. Who's the Saints quarterback?
Derek Carr.
Derek Carr. That's right. Is he still Derek Carr?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, he is.
Let's keep it moving. He knows. Doe knows what I mean. Doe's know what I mean when I ask that question.
No, I know exactly what you mean.
Is he still?
And the audience knows what you mean.
Okay.
Yeah, he's still Derek Carr.
All right, let's keep it moving. The Broncos at Miami. Good game.
Miami's gonna stomp them.
Oh, Miami might. Man.
But so why? Okay, hold up, guys. Y'all think Miami's really on a tear like this?
Yeah,
I think that. Let me tell you something.
You see their offense?
Though I would not.
Is the offense because it's fast? Though, is it speed?
Yes.
Scheme.
Everything. Scheme, talent, everything.
So if y'all saying that, then y'all giving this coach a thumbs up. Then
big thumbs up. You see it right here, man.
Big thumbs up.
No, I just want to co-sign. I just want to co-sign with the people.
You got
the co-sign with the people. That's it.
You got the cheetah. You got the leopard on the other side, man.
Yo, you got four of the fastest players in the NFL. That rookie, I forget his name. He's like one of the four.
They got talent. But look, most importantly, What did Miami do? They paid Tyreek, right? They paid him, right?
Yeah, they paid him.
Yep.
And
what you got to do, and they getting their money's worth.
And Waddle had got a decent contract out of them at one point.
Well, he's on the running scale, but he's
and
still...
Stoney, like you said, they drafted well.
They draft well, man. They draft really well.
Now, who's they GM? Before I keep it going, do we know?
Greer, I believe, right? No, is it Greer?
Not Bobby Greer. No. I'll find.
We need younger minds in New England. We need to. I'm telling you, it's time to move that regime out. I'm trying to tell you,
it's youth. But let's keep
need
it
young
going.
minds.
It's youth. I'm the first one to say it's youth.
Man.
It's
Yo,
youth.
we're the oldest. I think we got the oldest coach in the league.
Yeah, and then think about the.
Yes,
we got a young coaching staff. But what's going on upstairs is the difference.
Nah, you know what it is, man. It's that old mentality. Like, we didn't talk about this. I don't want to go back and forth with the past, but you bench Pop Douglas for fumbling, right? The rest of the game, the whole game. That's cool.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do.
I told y'all that was going to happen. Go ahead.
If that's your mentality, that's Bill Belichick. That's cool back in 1990.
Yeah,
when we were drinking quarter waters and all quarter juices.
Yeah, man. You still come on, man. Like, yo, let them play.
Let them play, fam.
Let them figure it out.
And you know what? You're totally right, though. I was listening to one of these radios. I was listening to one of these radio shows this week here on my way into one of my jobs or whatever, and that was one of the topics that they talked about was this is a different time.
It's a different
you can't deal with these kids in that way and try to spoil his confidence by throwing him on the bench and us. They know, everybody in the league and everybody in the media knows Bill Belichick, so they know. They were talking about it actually during the game, probably about, when he fumbled. That's it. He's going to be riding the pine. But y'all are totally right. He should be. Look, Zeke fumbled. Zeke played.
Right. He kept playing.
Like we said, though, Beans. That's because
Zeke fumbled.
Well, I don't want to do that no more. That's not working.
That's what I'm trying to tell. You're right.
I feel what Stacks is saying, but it's like, I don't want to. We can't. You can't. You gotta listen. We
can't afford that. We can't
afford it.
He could have made a play later on in that game that could have made a difference. Give him a chance to redeem himself.
There you go.
Let the kid play it out. Nobody's gonna be perfect.
You want speed. You want dynamic, right? That's what they want. They want speed. They want somebody dynamic. They want somebody who's just like off the charts. And if this kid is supposed to be somebody who's ascending to that area in play and as far as this play, y'all have to give him the opportunity.
Yeah.
Let him learn from his mistakes, and I'm sure he'll get better. You know what I mean? But let's move on from the Patriots suspect coaching. But the next game is Carolina at the Seahawks. Seahawks will take care of that, I think, guys. We can if y'all how y'all ever feel about that. I don't know what Carolina really is saying, but Seahawks will take care of that. I just feel that.
And they got a backup quarterback in for Carolina.
See, right. Carolina's rebuilding. They're trying to put something.
They're trying to do something. They're trying to do something.
That's an easy.
I don't think Bryce Young is not looking like a number one draft pick.
Nah,
not yet.
Not yet.
Riz, you kind of got to think about Bryce Young okay, he did good in college, right? Is that Bama?
Did great. Yeah, did great in college.
Bama, right. So he did great in Bama. Listen, how may I say this? The level of, like you guys said before, when you up in that level from the college to the pro game, to the big boy game, and then in his situation with the team that's in a major rebuilding, not just something like, they changed the coach. They're in a major rebuilding situation. It's going to be hard for this kid. And then he to be thrown out there. It's not like he came in, there was already a quarterback on his way out, and he's sitting behind him and learning for the first year or two. You know what I mean? He's not this phenom thing that they think they can get out of. Every team wants lightning in a bottle. They want the phenom. And some kids can't just be the phenom just like that off the gate. Love was supposed to be the phenom, but Love had to sit. Now we're trying to see. Now people are really going to see, is because Love had to sit behind Aaron Rodgers, did Love really develop
I think you're right.
Solid quarterback?
Yeah, I think they're gonna go back to that, Beans. I think you're
they
right.
They need to do that.
They're gonna go
you
back
can't
to
just throw
those,
these.
I think you're right.
You can't just throw these kids out there.
But that's what they've been doing the last 5-10 years.
They've been doing that the last 5 years.
But I think you're right. I think they're gonna
right.
I think they're gonna go back to sitting these cats. I really believe that.
Maybe a year or two, because
you know what I mean.
Yep.
You got to be careful with that too, man.
It's a funny situation. Okay, it's a funny thing, but I think when you say things like this, like this kid being the number 1 draft pick might not pan out. We don't know that yet. He's in.
No, I'm not saying he's not going
to pan out.
NFL. He's not looking up to par.
He's not looking up to it
for him to be the starter. Because they could have named the backup the starter, which was playing good last year.
And that sometimes
they got Andy Dalton over there this year.
They don't got PJ Walker still?
Nah, PJ Walker's good. I think they got Andy Dalton. I think PJ Walker moved on.
I think he went to Chicago and got cut.
The rookie beat out Andy Dalton, Mr. Beans. So
that could he beat him out. Why? Based on what the coach is feeling like.
Who knows?
And look, they put him in a real life situation. Is it really working out to their best ability? Probably not. But maybe throwing him out to the fire is what he needs.
And he ain't working with nothing over there. And nothing. Well, you got Adam Thielen is your number 1. Come on, give me a break.
Yeah, Thielen.
He's not the same.
He's not the same feeling anyway. Okay, so let's move on. Chicago Bears, KC. I'm sure everybody's saying KC, right? Because we're gonna move through this pretty quick.
I took KC on my survivor pick.
Okay, guys,
KC, straight up to win.
KC, Chicago, KC. Who got
what? One more thing on that game.
Mm-hmm.
Like those said, man, I just can't believe how bad Justin Fields looked. Shit.
Once again, another young quarterback thrown out into the fray. But go ahead.
He looks bad, man. He gets up there and blames the coaching staff like he did, man. Like
that was horrible. That was bad.
That dude right there, I just think he.
Who's the coaching? Nagy?
No, Nagy gone. Nagy did the first year.
Eberflus.
Who?
Eberflus. He used to be.
I think he came. Am I right? Yeah,
Okay.
there you go, though. He is. He was the coordinator for Indianapolis.
That was a bad. That was just bad for him to say that, especially his position right now. That was horrible. You say that when you're like almost a veteran. You should never say that. But if you're gonna say something like that, you gotta have some years in the NFL to be talking like that.
I'm gonna move on.
That could get you fired quick.
Yeah. So let's move on. So Dallas is playing in Arizona. I know you guys will.
Oh yeah.
Dallas all day.
Dallas.
Arizona ain't trying to win.
Hey, your boy, shout out your boy tore his ACL today, man. He's done.
Who that?
Yeah, Diggs. Cornerback, Trevor Diggs.
Trayvon Diggs.
Diggs from Dallas.
Yeah,
that might soften them up a little bit.
That's huge. That's a huge loss.
Yeah, that's gonna soften them up a little bit.
Next man up.
Pitt versus Las Vegas.
I'm gonna take Vegas with the points.
I agree with Red. I would agree with Stoney. Pittsburgh
ain't really playing well, man.
Pittsburgh looks terrible. They're
not looking too good, man.
Hey, let me tell you something, man.
Pickett is getting picked, okay?
Yo, Mr. Beast, he don't fool me, man.
Pickett is getting picked.
He looked terrible, man.
He looks horrible.
I wasn't sold on Kenny Pickett. Yeah, Pickett don't look good. Next up, guys, we have Eagles, Buccaneers.
Oh, this is my favorite pick of the week, B. I'm taking the Buccaneers plus 5.5. That's my best bet.
Where they playing, man? Tampa?
In Tampa, though. They in Tampa.
The Eagles got injuries. They lost their captain in the defense. The one that wears what they call it. He wears what's that hat?
What they call that?
The mic.
He wears
The mic.
The green
he's the
helmet.
quarterback.
The green dot.
There you go. Whatever it
Green
is,
dot,
he's the quarterback.
Yeah, he's the green dot.
He's Mayo. With Mayo was with
Yeah,
us.
the green dot. The green dot.
That guy.
Right.
They lost him. They got a couple of other injuries. They banged up a little bit. They looking shaky. On the road, give me Tampa 5.5. That's my best bet. My best bet of the week right there.
I just think like we taught me, the Eagles just draft so well that they can replace some guys. They had a hell of a draft. You know what I'm saying?
Who, the Eagles?
Yeah,
Eagles draft. The Eagles. Yo, listen.
D-line.
The Eagles draft so well, man. But Eagles draft well. For some reason, I don't know what it is.
Obvious players. It's not like they're picking any like they draft the players available. It ain't. I give them credit, but I'm like, you draft the best player, fam. Like that's what you do.
I think they got those.
You're right.
They don't draft Cole Strange in the first round or Tyquan Thornton with number 250. They'll get you like a Jalen Carter, and you know what I mean.
Cole Strange, and
they draft the best players available, fam.
Right.
Yo, even what's the safety over there in New England that came from that small college?
Duggar.
Duggar. Let me tell you.
Duggar. Yeah, see, that's why
Bill out.
But that's why Bill loves to
draft people like Kyle Duggar. We don't draft Duggar out of
Bill.
He came out of a small college.
That's why Bill
came out of a small college.
That's his thing.
Who's looking at these guys?
That's his thing. Okay.
They got lucky with Duggar.
They got lucky with him.
The last game is a Monday nighter. It's a Monday night.
Two on Monday, I believe.
2 Monday nights.
2 Monday nights?
Yeah, that's the second one.
So Tampa Bay is one of them?
Yep.
All right, my bad. All right, yep.
Okay,
Tampa Bay is one of them. I think there's another one.
Yeah, you're right. Tampa Bay, and the second Monday night is Cincinnati. LA and Cincinnati. Cincinnati gotta get off the
say LA Rams. Say LA Rams. The members, 2 of them over there now.
Oh, that's right. LA Rams, not LA Chargers. I would still say San Diego because they should have stayed their ass in San Diego. But that's cool.
They should have.
Yeah.
But there's no market there.
There's no market. Yeah. So LA Rams, LA Chargers. So tomorrow, I'm taking. So you taking the Rams on that
+3
against Cincinnati?
You know why? Because something's wrong with Burrow.
Something's going on.
Something's wrong with Burrow. That hammy. The hammy, you got that hammy is just not working with him.
I think he said something about he reacted a foot or something, a foot injury.
Calf string.
The calf. There you go. The calf. I knew it was somewhere.
I don't know who is the backup in Cincinnati.
Hustle Stacks. I knew it was somewhere behind the leg.
Yeah.
he's not the same guy, man. Right now, and they're gonna. And he may not play. I mean, he's gonna play. But
you know why they knew he was sore. They knew he was gimpy, and they forced him out there.
Yeah, he should have stayed out.
He should have stayed out the first game, right?
The first 2 games.
At least the first game, he should have stayed out.
He should have stayed out there. Like there you go. Those right 4 weeks. He should have stayed out. They could have suffered 4 games if that was the case, and they wouldn't have probably lost all 4. They wouldn't have probably.
The backup for him is Jake Browning, so he probably gonna have to play.
Who?
Exactly. Jake Browning.
How you gonna have a team like that and have a backup
with like that? Who is that?
That's wild, bro.
I was talking about this the other day. You guys, we've been watching football our whole life. Let's talk about this. When have you ever seen teams where, back in the day where the quarterback went out and the backup was just as good? Like think about this. You had Phil Sims went out. Hostetler came in.
That's true. You're right.
Think about it. You had Joe Montana go out. Steve Young came in.
And
you always have good. There's no good backup quarterbacks anymore. There's no. You can't even. You probably can name maybe 2.
I think because they don't first. I think because they don't develop them like they used to.
That's true.
Like we said earlier, they throwing these first round picks right into being a starter. Like.
Yeah.
So you don't have no time to make mistakes. You don't have no time to play to give you, when those backups used to come in and play. Or they came from, don't forget, Young played, who he's at? He was on San Diego. Who did he play for before
Tampa.
Yeah, so now they don't, it it's everything got to be done right away. It's a microwave society. It's a microwave league, and
it's a copycat league because they see other teams do it, and they think they can do it, and it's just not working.
That's why everybody wants the quarterback who can move.
And if you're that good, you don't want to stay with that organization, so you're moving to you're becoming a starter somewhere else. So it's like a rotation. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Steve Young stayed behind Montana. If that was now, he'd be like, I want to go to get my own team. I want to start.
That's true. Yeah, he want to start. He would have been wanting to leave. Yeah, you're right.
He would have been wanting to leave.
And I didn't like Steve Young. I didn't like that lefty throwing lefty, right? I didn't like that.
That was dangerous, man. But that was dangerous. That was dangerous. That's what made him dangerous.
He was dangerous.
And you remember, he was like one of the first running quarterbacks.
Yeah, he think about it. He's Pat Mahomes now.
Yeah.
That's Pat Mahomes.
But you know what was back in the days? Randall Cunningham.
Oh, Randall Cunningham's was nasty.
Randall Cunningham, boy, he used to be out.
What? But he had a laser arm at the same time.
Oh, he had a gun.
He did.
Cunningham
he didn't get the respect.
And he had it late too.
Man, I loved him on Minnesota. Oh,
yeah, me too, man. I was rooting for that
crazy.
team, man. When they lost to Atlanta, man, I was down, man.
Yeah. Shout out to Moss. I was with Moss. Nobody could figure out Moss.
Yo, Moss. Nobody could figure out Moss.
That's when,
Moss. Yo,
Moss
he had the illest statistic ever. He had 3 catches for like over 200 yards Monday night. That's it.
I think Stoney all of them on Dallas. Remember, he hated Dallas. He said,
Yep. It was
Jerry
on
Jones
Dallas.
called him and said he was going to draft him, and he didn't draft him.
He
had a personal with Dallas.
Just think about that: 3 catches, over 200 yards. You know they were all bombs. Every catch was a bomb.
Every catch was a deep throw.
Damn! How the hell though?
That means he was burning. That means he was burning them on the average for 80 yards a touchdown.
There's not enough yards in the field to do.
He was burning them for an average of 80 yards or so, or 70-something yards per touchdown to get 300 yards in three. Yeah,
3 catches. Look it up.
3 catches. He was burning
yards.
He was burning.
That's bomb.
That's an ill stat. Moss. That's my favorite. That's my favorite wide receiver of all times.
Yeah, I think he's one of the best of all times.
It used to be. I used to like Jerry Rice, but he was funny, man. He tried to like play us. You know what I mean? Brady and all that. I was like, man, get out of here, man.
I lost respect for Jerry Rice when he braided that bald ass head of his. Like,
man.
Oh yeah, what was he doing?
Yo,
what was he doing?
Yo, I remember that. He got a little egghead.
He was on.
What was he doing?
Seattle.
Right.
He had the tight braid, yo.
Didn't he end with he ended with Seattle, right?
Yeah.
Yep. I remember that.
No, the Raiders.
You're right.
No, the Raiders.
Nah, he ended with Seattle. He ended with
Seattle.
He ended with the team?
He actually was decent. Was decent on the Raiders. He actually was all right over there.
Him and Tim Brown, they had both old school guys on there.
Yeah, him and Tim Brown.
Yep. Yeah.
He tried to throw salt on Brady because Brady's better than Montana. Montana is his man, but he said some things that I was like, man, this dude's funny, man. Like he's like really like he ain't really trying to be real with himself. He was just trying to just be.
I mean, Riz, I know people to this day that pick Montana over Brady.
Brady.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. But some
I'm not doing that. There's no way
Montana. That's ridiculous, man.
Listen,
Brady. I agree.
Listen,
I just know
I'm tired of that old bullshit, bro. Like, come on, bro.
This is one stat.
This is what I'm talking about. Like and subscribe, people. This is Parlay with us. This is what we do.
Listen, this is one stat that everybody should look at. One stat that it should be no questions that Brady's the GOAT. No question about it. Yo, this dude been to 10 Super Bowls, right? 10. And he won 7 of them. Montana, he went to 4 and he won 4. But that's it. Brady went to 6 more.
But I think Montana career was ended fast.
Yeah. I mean, premature. He got that hit.
And I think think about it. But no, think about it though. think about it though, Stoney.
No
Think about it. I understand what you're saying.
It's
It's Brady's GOAT. I understand.
The GOAT, man. Come on.
You're gonna ride Brady because you're from New England. I understand that. But if
Nah,
you was
nah,
from, if you was from
everybody
if you
says that,
numbers,
though, fam.
the numbers.
everybody, but if you was from San Fran, you was from LA. I mean from California, you probably say
Then
different, right?
you be
you're-
lying to yourself. Come
Yeah,
on,
'cause
man.
you're from
Yo, listen, the numbers.
Bro, what we doing here, bro?
Yo, the numbers are
I'm not
talking.
even I wouldn't even entertain the topic, but
it's not that close. So if it was close, then that's relevant what you're saying. If it was close, if Brady had 4 and Montana had 4, and then I'm here like, yo, Brady's the best.
I could only say Montana's
Brady got
career.
7. Brady
Montana's
got
career
7.
ended early, and then back in those days, think about it. Back in those days, those teams was more.
There was no salary cap.
There was, and they was a little bit more ferocious too.
So it was easier then. They had the super team. You know what I mean?
That is true. Roger Craig, all kind of shit.
Yeah, Roger. They got Charles Haley going back. I mean, it was easy back then. Now it's harder.
Yeah, like that 49er team was loaded.
They were loaded.
It was loaded.
Yeah, they had a lot of everything. You know what I mean? So guys, I know the game is started. It is on Amazon Prime if you guys
3-0 early. Looks good for that 21.5.
Who got 3-0? Oh, guess what? I put a prop pick of
San Fran 3-0.
I put a prop pick of the first point.
Giants
the first point in the game was going to be a field goal. So
that's a good prop.
Man, I just I put that in.
Yo, you should have gave that out.
I'm sorry, bro. That was just
oh damn, come on. Mr. Beast, come on, man.
Yo, man.
Come on, man. That's what people depending on us.
I know, my fault.
Depending on
I was on the side. It was one of the last things I did. I just told y'all I did a parlay play. I did a play, not a parlay. I did a
anything you do, you gotta let it be known, man. Everything, man.
My fault, family. My fault, peoples. I should have told y'all about the field goal and the first point to the game. Yo, I'm sorry.
Come on, man. Yo,
he cashing out.
He cashing out on the low too. You should have told us after the show, like, yo, the low.
His account look hefty.
It's all good.
Nah. You know, listen. I learned, to tell you the truth, I'm learning from you guys. I'm learning from Stoney, and I'm learning from you, though. Like, I'm learning from y'all based on the knowledge y'all throw. I go in. I don't know. I'm not. He could tell you. I'm not like really versed in the gambling part. I love to watch the game. I like to know players. I like to know, schemes, offensive, defensive schemes. I love all those aspects of the game, but I learned the knowledge of the gambling from Stoney, and I'm now learning from you, though. That's what you say, getting those player props. I said, you know what? I wasn't really too strong on the game, but I said maybe jump on the player prop real quick. And then when I saw that field goal, and
4.5 tackles from Fred Warner, come on, you got to jump on that over.
Yeah. Fred Warner get busy.
So, but so I know the game is on. I know you guys gonna want to be already on about an hour now. So let's yes, thank you, people. Like and subscribe, YouTube, Facebook. Share this live, comment on this live, tell us what you guys think. Any suggestions on things you guys like to hear. I got a suggestion about fantasy. One of our subscribers told me, hey, listen, we guys talk a little bit about fantasy sports. So I relayed that to the team. So now the team will go forward. We'll give y'all some of those fantasy information and knowledge what we have. So with that being said, we're gonna finish out today's episode. Man, listen, we're in episode number 19 or 20. I think I'm maybe 19 or 20, something like that. But we're moving right along. So with that being said, we have any agendas that you guys want to talk about, and y'all know what we mean. When I mean agenda, I mean just get the shit off your chest, whatever it might be. It could be whatever it is. You're having a stressful week at work, or somebody cut you off today. Get that shit off your chest, man. It makes life even better when you can talk about it. And if anything's important that's important to you, drop it. So yeah, any agendas, guys, y'all drop it. I don't have nothing on the top of my head because my week is like in the beginning and nothing's bad happened this week. And oh, I do got an agenda. Something happened weird. I saw this week, came across my timeline. Sergio Brown. Did y'all hear
Oh
the
man,
story
yeah,
about
yeah.
Sergio Brown? And why
Yo,
it has to be a former Pat, but it's all right. He played for the Colts too. But Sergio Brown, supposedly, I don't even know the ending of the story. This is what I saw 2-3 days ago on a little thing that came across my timeline. Sergio Brown's mom dead. Sergio Brown missing. What is going on, guys? I don't know. But that's an agenda. What's going on? Is this another situation? Someone went
CTE
off
maybe. I don't know.
CTE, went off the hinges. We don't know. I have to look up more into that. I will find out more about that story, and then I'll give y'all what I found out and what I think. Whatever. Give y'all my little ones and twos on that. But any other agendas or shit off your chest y'all want to get, or things
Sean
off your
Doe,
chest
the
we could
story.
kind of
Now I
down.
want to talk.
Sean Doe,
So
the story.
since we all grew up, you know what I'm saying? So back in the days, Stacks used to bring me up to Beans' crib. I don't know if it was Ramel that cut hair or Beans, I forget.
It was me. It was me.
So we used to
Yep.
go up there. That's how I met y'all. That's how I met MD. Me and MD to this day. That's my brother, man. Like for real, for real.
Right. I know that.
Shout out to
You
MD
know,
number 78.
yeah,
What
Know
up,
what that
M-
means?
Armstrong.
So
what up? What up?
MD?
What up,
What's up,
MD
You
MD?
know,
man?
and
Come
Raj,
on,
God
come
bless,
on.
God rest his soul. You know,
And
we
Ross,
ended up
God bless
becoming
his
real
soul.
tight over the years. But so I'm I'm a hip hop head. I do music myself. But one day I never forget, I was up at either at MD's or Bean's crib. And I remember Stoney came through. It was after school. We was up there, and I remember Scarface just came out with let me roll, right? So I was like, yo, because I'm from Delhi. My mother lived on William Street. So I was like, yo, I gotta get this joint. I said, who wants to go with me to Funky Fresh Records? We're gonna get this joint. Stoney's like, I'm gonna go with you. So we go down there. Yo, I bought the record.
And that's
It's the
down Dudley,
only
right?
time
That's
from
down
Rusty.
Dudley.
Yeah, from
Yeah,
Rusty.
from Rusty. Yeah.
Shout out to Rusty. And I thought about it when I first seen this podcast, I seen Stone. I swear I thought about that because I'm in the music, I'm in the music so much. And I bought that record. Me and Stoney went to my mom's crib down Delhi. We listened to that record. It was just one of those spontaneous because no one wanted to go. MD wasn't leaving. Beans,
Yo,
you always had Shorty over there. She looked like she was from Arabia or something. I don't know what she was from.
hey, yo, you got chill.
That's all right.
Nah,
That's
man.
all right.
We kids, man.
That's all
I
right.
was like 16
Let it
years
go.
old, bro.
We were young
We were
kids,
kids.
man. I'm
Young,
married.
man. Let it go.
That's nothing. You
Yo,
can.
I got.
You know what it was.
You know what
Sean's
I'm
right.
saying?
Sean's right. He's
But
telling
no,
you.
but
He's throwing you guys.
that's the
Y'all a
only
view
time me and
of how it
Stoney
used
ever
to
really
be.
chill one-on-one. We chilled at the house parties and up on the Ave and all, but one-on-one we was listening to Scarface. He probably don't remember that. The only reason why I remember that's like the only album I ever bought for him. Like,
Yo, I'm glad you said that. You just brought up a memory for me. You just said he just brought up stuff. I remember the time. This was back in the day. I think Mr. Beans was always a grade above me. For all those that don't remember, like Mr. Bean's brother, man, that's me and Stoney. Though that's our brother right there.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ramel, Lil Ramel, Big Ramel now though. You know what I'm saying? Little Ramel. But yo, Mr. Beans came to get me, called me, said, "Yo, T, you got a door. I want to go get this tape." The same thing. We went down Dudley, and what did we get? The De La Soul 3 Feet High and Rising tape.
I remember that.
$9.
I remember that, yo, and think about it. That was before people was even on De La Soul like that. I started listening to De La Soul, like, yeah, I remember that. Yo, that's a long time ago, T.
Shondo, I don't remember that though, Shondo. You
and
right.
We went down to Funky. Yes, we went to Rusty. You know what I mean?
We went to, bro. My memory. At Stacks, my memory is crazy. As we
I remember that. That's an ill memory.
And shout out to Ramel. I mean, Ramel used to have remember, used to live on Seaver. Ramel used to have the little radio out the window playing the Arabian rock hymn. Yo,
that's right.
Arabian rock. Yo, Ramel had the Arabian rock. Yo, shout out to that Mahogany. That was
Mahogany.
It's gonna be about Ramel, and it involves a Seahawk jacket.
Oh,
so I'm taking it back.
Now he's taking it back. Oh,
you gotta
write it down because you
know my memory's crazy because when I first met you, you had a leather Raiders coat. That's when I first met you.
No, it was a starter's Raiders coat, a starter coat.
It wasn't leather. Okay.
Nah, it wasn't leather. It was the starter ones with the hoodie.
But you had it, right? All right.
Yeah, I had it. Yeah, and a big Raiders sign in the back.
Yeah, so I'm gonna tell my Ramel
story where you lived.
especially where we're from.
That was horrible, man.
That was a bad decision.
Bad decision, man. But you gotta remember, Raiders outfit was hot.
Thing.
It was a hot color. It was a hot colorway.
We all wanted to wear Raiders hat. The Raiders
but you know why?
You know
why the Raiders and all that was hot? And the Kings, because the NWA was in at that time.
There you go. That's West Coast, man.
Everybody, you gotta tell the story. You gotta tell the story because a lot of people don't know that growing up, when we grew up, Boston was very gang affiliated.
Yes, gang.
And like how California had colors, Boston had teams.
We had teams.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
If you were
in the wrong place with the wrong hat, you might not have. I mean, we got people that didn't make it right now because of a hat.
Because of a hat.
Because of a hat.
Exactly. You're totally right. You're right. I remember those days, man. Growing up in Roxbury. Roxbury was hot, man. I'm telling you, like
until this day, I went nowhere.
Doe from down Dudley. So down there. Let me tell y'all some. Y'all want to go back, man. Y'all. So I used to go down Dudley to this place called Alpha Omega.
Oh, man.
Man.
So Alpha Omega is where we used to go buy all our sneakers. And, you get fly, you go to Alpha Omega down Dudley.
Yep.
But from Roxbury, we can do that. But it was still a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
We're from Roxbury, but we can do it. But it was still a challenge to do it because I know people who was from Mattapan and other areas weren't even there.
It was tough for them.
Yeah. Word.
They weren't even there. Right. They weren't even there coming to Dudley to walk into Alpha Omegas to walk out of it. You used to walk out of Alpha Omegas and get robbed. Like soon as you stepped out the door and get robbed for your shit.
Harry the Greek too.
Harry the Greek too. So I remember one day. Somebody tried that with me, like down Dudley, but I don't know if they thought they didn't think I was from around the way,
right?
And there was a pair of dogs, Adidas, something. I think it was Forms. Remember Forms? We used to eat Forms.
Yeah. Shout out to Forms.
Adidas Forms. We used to eat those like it was lunch. So I think I was coming out the store, had a pair of fresh Forms, and this dude tried to buck me up right in front of Alpha Omega, and I was like. I don't know what it was back then. You know me. Y'all know who I am, right? So it wasn't about I was never really about that. But I can take care of whatever I need to take care of, right? I handle my own. So I would never forget that, man. I told dude like, yo, bro, you're gonna have to kind of take these. I would never forget that. Like. That's why I say when Sean mentioned, he's from William Street down around the corner, down Dudley. Dudley didn't play that. We had OP projects, we had, Shaman Avenue. You know what I mean?
Shaman Avenue,
Madison Village.
Madison Village. So you can get yourself in a bad situation.
Just those side streets alone, those
the side streets, Ziegler, all of that shit. Yeah, you can
Ruggles Street.
There was two hats. There was two hats. There was two hats. Till this day, I wouldn't wear two hats. That's the Atlanta Braves.
I still won't wear
Miami Heat.
I won't wear a hat. I won't wear
those
a
two
hat.
Hats till this day, I would not.
I won't wear it.
To this day, I would not ever.
You would never catch me with a hat. No, I got
that to me was the most dangerous hat to have on, especially the two-tone one, the blue with the red brim.
Listen,
with the
y'all
white
listen
A
to this
cursor.
story. Y'all know about 3 C's, right? This isn't my
I
think Stoney, you was down in Miami around this time. T, you probably already headed towards Florida. You might have been in Pennsylvania or something, right? So around these times, I'm partying like every day. We party in Jamaican club every day. But this is Jamaican club. This is not American style, nothing like that. This is Jamaican dance hall, yada yada, right? I will never forget one day I'm out front of 3 C's, and no bullshit, y'all. I had brought an A hat, fitted. Blue with the red brim with the white A, and I think I had some fancy ass polo on because it matched.
Right.
And I stepped out the club and this dude said, "Yo, you down with the A?" I'm like grown now, like 20-something years old, and I'm like, I done forgot about that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I was like, yo, I couldn't believe that this shit was still like that. I had to walk around the corner.
Shit's crazy, man.
I had to literally, I had to walk around the corner.
For those,
you know what I mean? And walk back around the corner because I didn't know
the,
what was going on. Yo,
story behind that.
I wear, yo, you see me, I wear polo hats. I got some hats and they probably Celtics and Patriots. I don't own too much in Chicago, maybe to go with all the friggin' Jordans. But other than that, I can't do it to this day out here.
For people that don't know, that A hat was notorious for Academy Home projects.
Yeah,
like that right there was one of the. It probably is the biggest projects in Boston. It probably was one
because they had two sides. They had two sides.
But the most hated. The most hated.
Yeah,
the most hated.
They had two sides.
They had two sides. They had two sides. Light and dark side. Hated. So but like I said, those was the days, man. Thinking about those days, man, it was rough. Roxbury was rough growing up in the 80s and the 90s. I'm sure it's still like you still hear rumblings and stories about what's going on in Roxbury around the old neighborhood and stuff like that. Even though when I drive around there, I'd be like, damn, it's very well nicely gentrified.
Everything.
You know what I mean?
Look, we don't have abandoned buildings out here in Boston. We don't have
things like that.
And built. Any space, anything, they build it.
Back in the days, remember 30 Deep? Remember 30 Deep? I call it 30 Deep because remember used to be able 30 deep on the block. Y'all don't remember those? You remember that? Used to be able to be 30 deep on a block.
Yeah, you ain't doing
30 kids. Boys and girls, because they were kids, 30 deep on the block, all wearing one gang color. It used to be wild. People don't know about the cops got rid of that. It was wild. Remember the cops got rid of hanging deep on the block. Remember, hanging deep on the block was one thing. You could go down. You could go down Geneva. They 30 deep. You know what I'm talking about. Vamp Hill, 30 deep. You could go anywhere. The OP, Mission,
Four Corners,
wherever. They 30 deep. That's how they used to roll out here. And I think after the cops just figured that out, they said no more of that. So you would never find a group of young brothers hanging on a corner out here in Boston.
Not like that.
No. When I say
you see people hanging, but
no,
not deep.
They're not posting up on no corner deep and hanging no more. And if you see 4 or 5 of them doing it, I guarantee you in a half hour, Popo swinging. Yeah. They're not allowing those things out here in Boston no more. It's a gentrified city, man.
And the shout that out is crazy because a lot of people wouldn't even think of Boston like that. But when I first
they wouldn't,
because when I moved to Philly, Beans, like you said, when I was in PA, I used to work out there. They used to be like, "Yo, where you from?" So from Boston. They're like, "Oh shit, black people live out there?"
Exactly.
Yeah, dog. I promise you that. People used to ask me that.
Yo,
look, I get. They know, man. We get busy out here. They don't know how we was doing. We're part of history. I mean, you got to remember, this is the home of the dude, the New York boys. Like I'm just saying, like as far as like historical times in life, like with the New York boys when they came out here, do God and all that.
Yeah. But no, it was only the only people that I know that I've encountered was New Yorkers that know about Boston. New Yorkers know about Boston. They know.
Yeah, they do.
New Yorkers know. But when you stretch it anywhere
like
further,
Ohio and
them
like
places,
Midwest, yeah.
nah,
they're not. You know.
Even West. I remember when I went out to LA the first time I went out to LA and I had on a Red Sox hat. And there, I was somewhere near a beach somewhere, and it was like, "Oh, dude, you're from Boston." I'm like, "Yeah." It was like you said, there was a couple black people. Oh, they got black people out there. I'm like, what? Y'all don't even know the half, man.
But let them keep. But you know what?
Don't let the Shamrock thing.
I'm cool with that.
You,
I'm cool with that because they're not gonna like, they're not gonna come over here.
Nah, but when they do come, they like it
too. Like if
this is an exclusive. This is an exclusive city. So
yeah, if you watch,
if it's gonna keep them out, that's fine. We don't want to get
it's
overpopulated.
how you represent us too. Like you watch that show with the Lakers, and they just canceled it on HBO. Like they got like
it's long over. They should have been canceled.
It's like they got white people running at the bus. Like, come on, man. I mean, I get it. We ain't we ain't Baltimore or Philly or DC, but anybody that
with
that
the black chocolate thing. I see what you're saying.
Like like what do you mean? There's just black people in Nebraska, Iowa.
Right.
Boise, Idaho. Like, come on, man. Like, but I've heard that before. Like Stack said, I've heard when I used to work on doing the telemarketing, and people would call from my area was the Midwest, and they thought I was from New York. You understand? I'm like, nah, I'm from Boston, and they said the same thing. Oh, there's black people there. Like, what are we talking about, bro? Like,
what are y'all talking about?
But I like for us to stay low key. I don't want people to come here and like. I'm
like with it. I'm hip.
I like the way we are here. We got it under control.
I agree.
It's
we ain't followers
here. Yeah, everybody goes to New York. That's why they got those issues and those problems, and people are living in like.
But Boston's a growing metropolis too, man. Y'all, I mean, you see,
this is
growing metropolis.
Massachusetts in general is
a great
from
state. Yes. It is.
We don't feel recessions and none of that stuff.
It is Taxachusetts.
We feel taxes though. Yeah, but you know what? It's worth it.
It is Taxachusetts, but you know why people come here?
It's worth it.
It's to raise the kiddies, bro. It's to raise kids.
Yeah, man. We got the best of everything.
Say it right. The reason why people go to Massachusetts is because of the education.
Education.
Exactly.
That's it. That's it.
We got good hospitals too.
And good, hospitals, healthcare, and education. That's what it is. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's healthcare and education. But yeah, man. I mean, I like the agenda today that we brought up, man. We brought up some old school stuff. Talk to people about Roxbury, Boston. Roxbury is an area of Boston, like how you guys would say Brownsville is an area of Brooklyn, or Rosedale is an area of Queens. Or Jamaica is an area of Queens. Roxbury, Dorchester, Mattapan, Hyde Park. Am I missing one?
Dorchester, Mattapan, Hyde Park.
South End.
JP, South End.
South End was getting it in though.
JP, you know what I mean? Those are the little hood. Those are the hoods that we got out here in Boston.
JP was kind of mixed though. It was kind of mixed though.
JP was always gentrified from when I was.
JP was always gentrified.
Yeah, it was always gentrified. Nice neighborhood.
The East Street, that was like, wow, that's still wild over there.
Oh yeah, see, that's the beginning of JP. So you're right.
Yeah, that's the line.
They tearing down, and that's another thing.
East Street's done.
Let me get y'all a little history. T, because I know you down in. Oh. T, I gotta call you off the air. I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call you real quick after we get off. All right.
All right.
It's some. I'm making a move down there.
All
right. Coming to visit. So damn, I lost my track. I'm sorry, guys. I was.
He Street Project.
Oh yeah.
It's gone.
This is what they doing. T,
turn it down.
Stacks. What Boston's gonna do to change to give us an image, they tearing down all projects. You ain't gonna see a brick like bricks no more. So anything that used to look like projects and bricks, they getting rid of it.
It's gone. We're not gonna have projects
and they're gonna rebuild it and put little fancy townhouses or little high rises, and
that's all it's gonna be out here.
Nice little shit with courtyards and restaurants at the bottom and stuff like that. Yeah, they getting rid of the projects. All the major ones are going, and then they're gonna tackle all the little small little ones and all little offspring hoods. Yeah, that's what they're doing. So you before you know it, in the next 10 years or so, you're not even gonna see project life like that. Even though people are still gonna be doing project life stuff in these little
Yeah, you could do all
neighborhoods.
that. It's still gonna be what it's
It's
gonna
still
be.
gonna be what it be. That's why I put the you heard me
They
Yeah,
just
but
gonna
it's
put
gonna be
pig on a lipstick on a pig.
yeah, I already put the disclaimer,
yeah,
you know what I
it's
mean?
gonna be a big difference though. It's gonna be
But I love just
it's not
the
gonna be
so
nothing like
people
it
don't
used to be.
get so no one out there get no misconceptions about us talking about where we grew up. I am proud of where I grew up, Roxbury, Boston.
Same here, man. I wouldn't
So
want to grow up
I'm not
nowhere else.
no, I'm not down in it, and don't think because I'm mentioning projects and them tearing. I'm just saying they trying to beautify my city and make it look like peaches and cream, basically. You know, glitz and glamour from any area of the city that you're gonna, let's say, venture into. They want you to venture into these little these little towns, not hoods, towns, or let's say areas or boroughs like you guys might call it out in New York. They want to venture. They want anytime you go into Roxbury, Dorchester, Mattapan, Hyde Park, Rossi, and all these little areas. They want you to see beautification, nice parks, streets, nice homes, things like that, nice businesses, business fronts, all that. They want you to see all that here in Boston. And with that being said, which is a great thing, it also raises the price, and sometimes the
Yeah,
prices
don't kick
people
out the people because if they kick out
it
the
kicks the
people, it ain't a
people out.
great thing.
You know what I
If
mean?
you
So I'm
pricing
talking
people
about
out, that's
you
corny.
pricing the people out. You pricing
That's
the people
corny.
that was, that grew up there, the people that was like solid people in the community. So with all that being said and done, like, yeah, it's great that they, like I said, they trying to beautify or the beautification of Boston, because Boston was an old city town. I grew up here in the 80s, late 80s, I'm early 80s up until now. I'm just on the outskirts now, but Boston was an actual old looking town, and now it's looking like a big bright metropolis, as you might want to call it. So yeah, good rundown on the history of giving the people the knowledge on who we are as, friends. This is not fair weather friends that we met online, guys. We didn't meet each other online. We knew each other for years. We're long time friends, and we're keeping this going. Yo, anything Stony, anything Stacks, anything Doe, drop it.
Real
We're
quick.
gonna cancel, cut this out in a second.
It's 3-3, second quarter,
Mhm.
11 minutes left. That 21.5 is looking great for all those who tailed me on
And
that
those
pick.
prop bets are looking good too. They're on par.
Yes.
Yeah,
They're
they on
flowing.
par. They flowing. Good. So, guys, we will reconvene on Sunday evening. You thought you had me, though. You thought you had me. You thought you had
You
me.
don't mean Sunday
What?
afternoon at
Nah,
7:30?
let's go evening. I had one beer, no dog walker, no OG dog walker right now. But so yeah, Sunday evening, 7:30, we will reconvene. We'll be back at it. Parlay with us. Please, guys, once again, hit the thumbs up button, smash those likes and all that other extra stuff. Share this with your friends. You got friends that's interested in picks. You got friends that's interested in talking about teams and players and prop picks and fantasy and even just life conversations. Jump on this live, watch us, comment on the screen. You know what I mean? This is what we do. We love doing what we do. It's Parlay with us. I'm Mr. Beans. There's Stony Cook. There's Sean Doe and my man Hustle Stacks. We will see you guys on Sunday evening, 7:30.
Hey.
We out.
Peace.
Drop that banner, bro. I don't know why it's taking so long to drop the banner, but I'm gonna try it again. There we go.
Yeah, God, to make moves. Doobie don't snooze. It's on your back, cause they hate you. Dog break through, sun get through.